Okay, we have one of my favorite people here, and I'm gonna ask him some questions. These questions are related to being 17 years old and his experience um, with high school and relationships. So, Chase, can you tell us what the number one problem in high school for being a teenager going to high school? What's like the number one problem?
Well, thanks for having me on the show. Just to start, it's been one of my all-time dreams to come on this show and do an interview with you. But the hardest thing for like building a relationship over in high school, it's like people are really closed off. They don't want to talk too much. They're kind of like, you try to say, "Yo, what up?" And they're like, "Hi. What'd you do today?" Nothing. Like they're closed off. They don't want to talk, and yeah, it's hard. It's hard to build a relationship when you don't talk.
So, how have you learned to build relationships in high school? Since that's kind of the ongoing atmosphere of people kind of giving short answers or, not really being excited or enthusiastic. What's been your solution to build relationships?
Well, that's a great question. I think really for me what's worked well is just being absolutely the most annoying thing possible. Like constantly, like, if you're not gonna talk, I'm gonna force you to talk. Like I'm gonna make you, talk. I'll ask you some stuff. I'm gonna be like, what are you doing? Just kind of pushing, keep trying to push, trying to get that, trying to get a better response than a one-word answer.
Okay, so how, some people just don't know how to do that. So you ask them questions, or do you try to ask them about them, or do you talk to them about you, or are you trying to make them laugh? Are you trying to get a reaction? Like
Making people laugh is my specialty, I would say. And I try to do that. It's hard to do it over text because you can only say so much. Words can only say so much. But just basically like trying to, like you say, get a reaction. Try and like make them, say something. Really, it's just, that's the main thing.
So you seem like you have kind of this natural way of understanding people, or getting them to have a conversation with you. So I was wondering if there's any insights, if someone didn't know how to do that, when you look at a person, what's going on in your mind to get you to make like the first joke or the first question? I mean, when you're looking out and you're seeing people in school, how do you do that? How do you connect with people? Because you seem like you kind of naturally do this, but it's really hard for people to connect. So can you tell us what's kind of going on in your mind, if we needed to teach somebody how to connect? Do you have any pointers for that?
Teach someone how to connect. Well, I think really it's just stepping out of your comfort zone. It's, if you're staying comfortable, you're never going to grow and you're never going to build anything, because if you're staying where that's safe, you're not going to do anything different than what you're already at. So you got to step out of that comfort zone. You got to go up and, grow some cojones and just, talk to someone. You got to really, the human mind and human relationships have to be built with talking, because talking is like the main thing. If COVID hadn't shown us anything, it's that, being shut off for 2 years sucks. No one wants it. And hence why, now we're doing a whole lot better with communication, just because, now we're talking with each other. Or, well, I guess it's harder to do so because we're used to not talking to anyone, and we have to come back to a state where we were talking to people. So we just gotta, really, as a society, we just gotta, step out of our comfort zones. That's mainly the big thing, and just go for it. I mean, even if you don't think you have a shot in the world at a relationship with this person or whatever, like they're cool or, you know, they're someone you really like but think you're out of your league or something, you just gotta try. I mean, shoot, anyone's willing to talk to someone if they ask them the right questions or ask them basically just, you know, hey, how's your day doing? Like, not asking, you know, about their, like, accomplishments or whatever. Don't berate them with those kind of questions. But, like, kind of like, yo, how's your day been, man? Like, you know, or like, yo, what are you doing this weekend? Like, kind of something like that. Like, just little questions that, like, oh, well, I'm actually not doing anything. Oh, sweet. You want to go to the pool or something? You want to hang out? And it's like, sure, yeah. And there you go.
Okay, that was awesome. So what I heard you say was that talking is the main point in a relationship. And I know that sounds so simple, but it's actually profound, because we forget that talking is communication and it is the foundation of relationships. So I love that you said the obvious, and it probably sounds trite, but that is actually the key to friendship and relationships, is talking. And I always think like everything is a skill. So if talking is a skill and you're not sure like what to say, that's something you can learn. Like that is there's books about it. I'm sure there's videos about it, but actually knowing and remembering, like I said, sometimes the truth is trite. It's obvious, and yet we don't do anything about it, because I know that they're like what even you started out with, that people are closed off and they're not talking. Part of that closed off is not talking. So I love that you reminded us all that talking is the main point in a relationship, and you gave us some tools about, you know, just a simple example of really, you know, asking someone, how are you, you know, and the practice, the skill of practicing. So who's been the hardest person to connect or build a relationship with in your life?
Ooh, that's a tough one. I don't really know, really. I mean, if people really don't want to talk to me, I'm like, all right, cool, I'll just leave you alone then. But like, most of the people that I talk to are like, they'll talk to me. I'm not crazy or weird. They just, you know, I'm just really just a guy, and they're just like, all right, cool, who are you? You know, that kind of thing. But I don't know, the hardest relationship, I don't know. That's a tough one. I actually can't put a name to that one.
Okay, so if someone was if somebody is closed off and having a hard time making friends, like, you know, what I've been hearing more and more is that people don't know how to make friends. And what you were describing at, like, people are closed off. What advice would you give to somebody, or what do you think the main problem is why people can't make friends?
Because they're too comfortable where they're at.
Too comfortable.
They're you know, you gotta step out of your comfort zone. You're never gonna grow.
Okay, I love that, the comfort zone. So why do teenagers like staying in their comfort zone?
Because they're scared of rejection. It's a simple thing, you know. And really, the worst thing they could say is no. I mean, shoot, you could think of your anxiety in your mind. Can think of, you know, 1,000 different possibilities of what could happen. But, you know, you live in the present. You'd be like, all right, yo, you want to hang out? No, I'm good. I can't. All right, cool. Ask someone else. Like, you know, just as long as you're trying to get, it's better to be, I think there's a saying, you got to be comfortable with being uncomfortable. That's really the ticket to that one.
So if, you know, adults are scared of rejection as well. And so you're saying it's, you know, practice being uncomfortable and getting out of your comfort zone. So what could inspire someone to get out of their comfort zone, or inspire someone to not be scared of rejection? What would you tell somebody who is really scared?
Just go for it.
Just go for it.
You know, shoot your shot. And honestly, you don't have to shoot your shot at one person. Shoot your shot at a whole bunch of people. I call it the shotgun effect. You know, you just you shoot it out at as many people as you possibly can, and you know the pellets, they'll hit something. You know, you shoot enough of them out there, you'll have one that hits. So you just, yeah. Shotgun.
I love it because that it's like a numbers game, right? If you put yourself out there enough, something is, you know.
And that's true for life in general. Like if you put out opportunities, like job opportunities and schooling opportunities and all sorts of different opportunities that you have later in life, that principle still holds true. Like if you go out and just try the waters with one thing and then don't do anything else, well, you have a very high margin of error because because it's a very low margin of error, I should say, because it's like you're shooting a rifle. You're trying to hit this little target a while away when you can have the shotgun effect. You shoot a whole bunch of pellets at a whole bunch of different things. And hopefully, and most likely, you'll hit one if you shoot enough of these little pellets out.
Okay, there you heard it. This 17-year-old has given brilliant advice, not only for teens, but for all of us, for adults. Because, you know, we forget and we do stay comfortable because of we're scared. We're in self-centered fear, and we're scared of rejection, and so I love that there's an opportunity here to go for it, don't give up, keep going, keep putting it out there, and this is where this young man has had success. So thank you so much. We appreciate you and all your words of wisdom.
Right
Thanks,
on.
Chase.